town. Probably
Yeah,
dead. Hopefully not, though. Would be really sad.
probably dead.
Oh, I'm live. We'll still wait for Genesis to do this. Oh, how's your day? How's your week going?
It's going all right. I got sick on like Thursday,
Mmm.
and then yeah, it's still here. And then I started with my mom, and then my little brother, and then me, and then my dad. So
Wow.
got all of us.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I mean, we live in the same two-bedroom apartment, so not much room to like stay secluded, I guess.
Yeah, it sucks. Sometimes when
Yeah.
my mom gets sick, I don't get sick, and I'm like, how the hell did this happen?
Hmm.
I've had some stomach issue over the last couple days.
Oh no.
I know. I didn't go to
I
work
hate
today.
stomach issues.
Oh, not more than
They are
me.
the worst.
Not more than me.
I I always dread having to sit on the toilet and try to get everything out,
Oh,
or or I just start sweating and then I feel nauseous and then I sweat some more and then I just throw everything up.
see that? Yeah, I typically nothing comes out the back. It all comes out my
Yeah.
mouth
Yeah.
when I have stomach issues. Typically.
Yeah.
Today, body was like, "Hey, you got a hole? It's coming out there." So getting ready for work this morning, I was like, "Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well at all."
Yeah.
And then I called and I was like, "I'm gonna be an hour late," which is fine. I can do that. And then I got ready and then I cleaned
Yeah.
off my car and then it took 25 minutes to drive to work.
Oh
And then
God.
I got to the parking lot and I was like, I feel like shit. I'm going home.
You went back home?
I called and I was like, I'm not making
Oh
it in.
shit.
I just drove right home. I got to the parking lot and I stayed there for 10 minutes and I was like, if I get out of this car, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Like, I got to go up, I got to walk across the parking lot. I got to open three doors. I have to climb two sets of stairs. Then I have to sit
Oh
down,
man.
log in, and then after that, I can go to the bathroom. And I'm like,
Yeah.
if I make it across this parking lot, I'll be shocked. So then I just
Oh
went straight
shoot.
back home, looked at every building, and I was like, I bet I can go in there or behind there or whatever. Got home, stayed in my car for another 10 minutes after I got home, and I was like, hold yourself together. You can do this. I believe. You're not ruining your clothes. And then I finally had the courage to walk up my 3 flights of stairs into my
Mhm.
apartment and then spent the rest of the day in the bathroom having a
No.
bad time.
Oh
Three
man.
showers later, here we are.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
Hmm.
So
Are,
far,
are
I
you are you
well,
able to work from home or no?
no, my job is all at work. I can't do anything from
Okay.
home.
Can you even like remote into your work computer?
Nope,
Oh shit.
nothing I can do on it. Anyways, I need all these physical files that are sent to us via UPS.
Physical paperwork.
Yeah, physical paperwork.
Wow.
Yeah, some lenders in the United States they use physical paperwork still. So
Wow.
I know, crazy,
That's
wild,
crazy.
and they use 2 day shipping via UPS.
And I thought my job was like old fashioned, like I think a few years before I started, they were using paper to like get approvals for things and like print things out and walk it over to your manager and have them approve it. And you gotta walk back over to your desk and then put that into the computer. And now everything is just saved to like OneDrive.
Yeah, yeah, no,
And I
well,
thought that was
well,
like,
ours is also saved to OneDrive. but they have to be sent out to people to sign them, even though they don't want to use DocuSign for some reason.
Hmm.
And then it's sent right back, and then I process it and send it through.
Well,
So it's me sending mail and receiving mail all day. But it's been kind of
well,
slow at work.
pay all
So,
that shipping.
dude, you have no idea.
That's nuts.
To send one package on average, 2-day shipping, uh, just to send it one way, it's around $45.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 30 to 40 bucks.
Yeah, and to
And
send it
then,
back, $45. Some parts of Wisconsin, 70 to 80.
oh my gosh.
And so it's going that way and back. And then if they make any mistakes, they gotta send it right back.
Gotta
So
do it
boom, boom,
again.
boom, boom. There's people we send things like 4 times. So
Wow.
yeah, I know. It's crazy.
That's wow.
Absolutely insane. I'm like, I don't know how you're making money on these, but you do you, man. You do you.
Yeah, even the people that we work with who are client facing people, I don't even think they do like I'm pretty sure they do like DocuSign stuff all the time.
Yeah, DocuSign seems
And
easy,
they
but
just
also I don't have to
upload
talk to
everything.
clients or anything.
Yeah, me neither.
I
It's
mean,
good.
yeah, I don't
I would
have no
hate that.
phones. If they ever told me to go on a phone, I'd be like, all right, well, this is my last day. Goodbye.
Bye.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
No, my friend who worked at Geico for like 2 months and then left said it was just way too much like micromanaging, and they're able to watch you on the computer and listen to everything and calls
So
all day.
I
That's
applied to Geico one time. I
hmm
got they have like a round interview process.
6 rounds
Yeah, it is literally
for
the
a
first
fucking
round.
Geico.
The first round you take a test at home, like when you apply. The second round is a phone call. The third round you go in there and you take like this other test where it's like, in this situation, what would you do? Um, Fourth round you sit and you watch somebody do the work, and then fifth round is you go back and talk to the main manager of the team that is gonna hire you. And then the sixth round is if that manager says yes to you, or he likes you, and they like you, and then they talk to the employee that you sat with, and they both like you, then you get another phone call, and if you pass that, you start. And
What
in
the
that sixth
hell?
round, you go. I'm in it to the fifth round, and I was. I'll tell you what. Third round, I was like, this seems like a nightmare, and I don't think I want to work here. Fourth round, I'm watching this one guy, and he's doing all this shit, and I'm like, wow, these phone calls are really short. And he's like, the guy I was working with, he was like, yeah, I've been here like 7 years, and you won't be doing this because these are quick. You'll be doing longer ones,
Ah,
but they
of
expect you to
course.
do them quick. I'm like, what? I don't know what that means. But then I sat down with the
Hmm.
manager, and the manager was like, you a sports guy? And I was like, not really. And he's like, oh, we talk about sports. He just went into like a 10-minute, like, not rant, but like, yeah, we have like a fantasy sports league. We do
Oh
fantasy
my
football
gosh.
here. Hey,
So
we
he
have like
just
a
told him no. I don't care about sports.
and I was like, yeah, it's not me, man. I'm like, hey, support who you like. And that
Yeah.
is not what he wanted to hear. And then he didn't even ask me any really work questions. He was like, all right, I think we have all the information we need. And I was like, yeah, it was great meeting you. Um, it was nice knowing you too. Goodbye. But you know what? What's your worst job interview? If you need time to think about it, I got one.
I have only had three,
3?
because yeah, the first one was at Target, right? And then two of them were at City, and I mean, I don't know which one could have been the worst. Maybe the Target one, I guess. It was like my first interview, and I was nervous, and I
Mm.
was like, there was like pressure from Baya to like ace the interview and get the job and start and whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know, because both the city ones I thought went decently well. I mean, I ended up getting the job for the second one, but yeah, the first one was for the actual like finance department at City, and
That's the only place you applied to? Have you got your degree?
yeah, I mean, I applied to, I think I had applied to other places too, but nobody had like entry level stuff at the time I was applying other than I
Oh,
think
yeah.
City, or like if it was like one spot and it was like an internship or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I had nothing coming into the bank, so like I had no internship or anything. So it's like, why would they hire me over somebody else who actually did like an internship during the summer or
Yeah.
something? So
Wow. I'm surprised.
yeah, and then I applied to like I don't know a whole ton of positions at City that were all entry level, and yeah, I only ended up hearing from those two.
Wow. Yeah, within the
Yeah.
last like 5 years, I've probably had 12 interviews.
Hmm.
Six of them were for one place. That's not the Geico one.
Oh.
That's our local university. I got to
Oh.
I got to round three twice. Two different positions. Got to round three twice.
Hmm.
That
What were
sucked.
they for?
It was one was for like a buyer, where you had to basically order supplies for like certain departments. Um, it was like 6 months of training.
Wow.
Yeah,
Six
but
months just to
yeah, and
inventory
then
manage?
I was going to like because eventually you get like a corporate account and like a couple $1 million to handle. So it's like
Oh,
6 months of
okay.
training. Yeah,
I see.
a friend of mine wanted me to do it, and I got to the third round out of three of that, which is an interview by six people at the same time in
Oh, a
person.
whole panel thing? Oh
Yeah, a whole
God.
panel,
Those are daunting.
except it was the COVID time, so we were all 6 feet apart. Everybody had a mask on, and I didn't understand a word these people were saying most because it was like old people with masks, and they're like, "What are you guys saying? What are you bringing into this role? You know, you fucking." I'm like, "What? What? Tom Hardy? What are you saying? I have no idea." Um, but I actually did really well. I just wasn't one of the candidates they chose.
Oh.
And then the only reason I knew I did well is because it came down to me and this other person, but the other person had like 3 years of experience, so their training wouldn't have been as long. So I'm like,
Oh.
so I just missed out on that. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
an entry level position. Why the fuck is he playing? He's overqualified. Whatever, whatever, man. And then the
Hmm.
other one was it was kind, it, it was called like an office manager, but it just sounded like a glorified receptionist.
Hmm.
And they ended up going with some girl that quit 3 months later.
Wow.
So yeah, that sucked.
What the
Um,
fuck?
I know. And then the job I currently have, that was a phone interview and then a Skype interview that only I was on Skype. Everybody else was not on Skype. They were just talking. They didn't have their cameras on, but I had to have my camera on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hmm.
Um, and
That's
then
weird.
yeah, I know. And then
Hmm.
I had a couple phone interviews for like random places where their jobs descriptions didn't say like, "Hey, minimal phone calls." So I'd call and they'd be like, "Yeah, it's only like 30 to 40 phone calls." It's like, "What? What? That's not minimal." Or it didn't mention phone calls, and then it's like, "Oh, you got to answer a phone." It doesn't ring often. Maybe once, twice, three, four, five times a day. It's like, what? What is the number here? So I was like, no. But I had like call experience. So I got a lot of jobs that wanted me were like, "You got call experience, hey." And I was like, "No." And then
Come call for us.
yeah, and then I got 2 rounds of a 3 round thing for like this, I don't know, it was like a children's daycare online program thing that's like local here. It's like downtown. And I
Hmm.
had to take a personality test. And I had our pal that starts with a C. I don't know what his name is today.
Carpet?
Crop dust.
Oh,
What'd you say?
carpet?
No, we call him Carpet last week, didn't we?
Oh, do we?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's why I thought
Yeah.
of it then.
Probably. I'm gonna go with crop dust. Um, crop dust helped me pass that personality thing because it was really fluffy language and I didn't like anything about it. And he was like, "I'll help you," so that was cool. And then I had a phone interview, and they were like, "Yeah, we're very interested. I want you for this position. You take 10 phone calls a day, max. Um, and you
Hmm.
handle the account of people who are paying for this overpriced children's daycare online thing." This was pre-COVID. And
Hmm.
I was like, "All right, cool." Um, and then they're like, "We want to set up an interview with you." And it paid like 7,000 more than the job I currently have. But then this job was like, "Hey,
Hmm.
no phone calls." And I was like, "Sold." So how much do I not want to take phone calls? About 7 grand. um,
Oh,
but my worst interview was at a place called, I don't, you know of it. It's local. It's a good company. It's called Ingram Micro.
yeah,
Uh,
one of my friends actually was working there. He got laid off like a few months back.
yeah, yeah. One of the many reasons I'm glad I didn't work there, but also, um, it's my worst job interview because I got very humbled almost immediately. Um, because when I applied, it asked like, "What are you interested in? Like, what sectors do you follow?" And I was like, "Oh, I follow the tech sectors. Like, I follow video games. I'm pretty up to date on like CNET. Like, I'm all there. I got it. Like
Yeah.
CES is just happened, and I watched a bunch of shit there. Um, and I had a phone interview like that was just like, "Who are you? What do you like? What do you do?" And then I had another phone interview, and it was like, "Okay, more specific," and I aced it. And then I went there, and I parked my car. It has a shuttle service when you park your car because it's a giant parking lot. So the
Hmm.
shuttle picked me up, took me to the front entrance, wished me good luck. I walked in. This one lady came out, and I was like, "Oh, I love interviewing with ladies. I just get along with women for some reason, and like positions of power. I don't know. Maybe I'm a sub. Who cares? Leave me alone." But but then she was like, "Hold on, I'm gonna go get the other person that's gonna interview
Oh.
you." And a guy came in, and I was like, "That's fine too. Like, I have no problem. I'm a man. I get it." He came in, and we're talking, and it's like, "Yeah, I'm doing great." And then they're like, "Hey, you like the tech sector, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they started naming companies I've never heard of in my entire life.
Oh.
And I was like, "What?" And then they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, since you don't know these, can you name some in these fields?" And I just could not think of a one. I couldn't think of anything. They were like, "Who makes computer parts?" And I was like, "Microsoft, Dell, Nvidia, um, Seagate." Like I was just naming like Logitech, and they were just like, "Yeah," and it was like, I think typically these interviews have like they go on for like an hour. I was there for 20 minutes.
Hmm.
And then the guy was like, "Oh, okay, all right." And they were being so nice to me. And then at the end, and I was like, "I am so sorry. I definitely did not get this." I thought I was way more prepared. I know there's no chance. Don't even email me to tell me one way or the other because I know it's not happening. And I was like, "Good luck with your candidate search," like, and they were like, "Good luck with finding a job." And then as I was leaving, the receptionist was like, "How'd it go?" And I was like, "Oh, so bad." And she's like, "Oh, it couldn't be that bad." I'm like, "No, no, it was really bad." And she's like, "Yeah, you were only in there 20 minutes." And I was like, "Yeah." Like, I'm like, yeah, it was bad. And then the shuttle person was waiting for me. And I was like, oh, are you waiting for me? And the lady was like, no, you're not supposed to be back out here yet. I'm like, yeah, it did not go well.
Oh
And she
no.
was like, did you freeze? I'm like, I don't know what happened. I might just not know. I might have just overestimated what I knew. And then I just drove home in silence. And it took like
Oh
10
man.
minutes to drive home. And I got home and my mom was like, how'd it go? And I'm like, bad. That was the worst I've ever done in my entire life.
Um,
The worst. It was just like it's like if somebody asked you, "Hey, Desinoto, what are your favorite video games?" and you were like, Fate, maybe? Um, there's a Resident game. What is it was literally that. It was like, "Oh no, I shit the bed. I just oh my god, it was so bad. It was
oh shit.
so bad." But yeah, that's my worst interview. My best
Shit.
interview, any job I've ever gotten an offer for. Because I love doing that. Love getting job offers. They're like, hey, come on in. And I'm like, no, I already got something else. Then the other place
Yeah.
is like, hey, what, you still coming in? And I go, I already got another one. And they're like, what if we give you a little bit more? And I go, cool. I like that.
Mhm.
What's 2% to you? I'm like, I didn't milk. I don't know what the hell 2% is. What are you paying me now? I don't know. Not doing math. Genesis, welcome.
Sorry, I apologize. I'm late. Came home from outside a little late.
That's fine. That's fine. That's
It was
fine.
24 minutes, man.
Why are you at work so late?
I had to stop at I had to stop and pick up stuff due to the stupid storm coming our way again. So we were out of some stuff at home in the past 3 days. We didn't go out, so uh, I had to just grab stuff from there. That took a little while.
You think your work's gonna be open tomorrow?
I don't know. I have a call at 8 a.m. in the morning with my boss and all the other managers in the area. So we'll see. We'll see if we're open. I'm assuming either we'll open late or maybe we have an early closing, like we'll open on time, but we'll have an early closing on that. I don't know.
I
We'll
heard
see.
schools were closed for the rest of the week.
Yeah, because apparently the South Towns are getting hit with another 1 to 3 feet of snow,
Uh huh.
and then Amherst or Tonawanda supposed to get hit with like I don't know another foot.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah, because for me it was snowing today too,
it
earlier.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in that side, it was, yeah, it was snowing.
I walked outside and cleaned off my car this morning. I was like, why the fuck is there still snow on this? I cleaned it off twice yesterday.
Yep, yep. That's why I kept the cars in the garage all day yesterday, and my wife
I
kept
don't
telling
have a
me to take them
garage.
out.
I don't have a garage.
Yeah, no. I she kept telling me to take the truck out, and I was like, no, 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 no. We're just leave that in there. I'll take it out in the morning because I know it's gonna snow again, and it did. It was snowing when I left. I was like, what the hell? Why is it still snowing?
I don't know.
Mm.
Oh, bastards. That's what I say.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
I have a feeling
bastards.
though, a lot of it's some may be open. It looks like maybe the falls might be open, but like because they're gonna get hit with the least amount of snow. They're outside of the belt, I think. Grand
Yeah.
Island Falls, they're all outside of the
I
belt.
work at Williamsville, and I live in Depew. So also I'm live, but don't kill me or whatever. Um,
Oh, no, you're fine.
but or
There's a bunch of
stalk me or
different
whatever.
Depews in Williamsville.
No, I know, but I'm just like, it's gonna suck tomorrow driving.
Yeah, I hope we have some sort of delayed opening or no opening at all or something because I mean I luckily I don't work tomorrow, but my team I feel bad for them to come down to the store and plus some of them make stupid excuses. Oh, my car is snowed in when they live in like an area that didn't get hit with any snow. Like one of the guys just decided to say, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna show up." He showed up 2 hours early to the job because we opened late. And is it 178 by the way or 179?
Uh,
I think it's 178.
179.
Oh, okay. And then so we told him, "Oh, you don't have to show up yet." He then goes back home and then decided not to show up for the rest of the day. And I was like, "Why didn't you show up for rest?" He turned his phone off. I couldn't even, like I call him and go
Oh
straight to
no.
voicemail. I'm like, oh, good, good, very good. You're just working up a list for me now. Great, fantastic. I'm glad. Makes my job easier that way. Um, and I call him today. He picks up the phone, normal. I'm like, he didn't even like no remorse in the voice, nothing. Just yeah, I'll be there tomorrow morning. My car is in the shop and I'm getting dropped off. I'm like, okay, cool. No remorse in his voice. No, like, hey, sorry I didn't show up yesterday. Sorry I turned my phone off and I ignored your 5 calls or 4 calls or whatever that you gave me, your text messages and all that.
You just told him, well, I'll never see you again.
Man, I can't wait to see
Or
him on
just
Thursday
don't
where
come
I
in.
wring his neck and I kill him.
Oh,
Don't
In a
all
video
right.
game,
Don't
ever.
do
of
that.
course.
Don't do that.
In a video game, of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in a
What
video
game can you
game, yeah.
wring people's necks
What's that
other
game?
than Enter the Matrix?
No, there's that other game. The
Well, there's a game where you could stab people in the neck.
we're not talking about that game. There's that VR game where you can like grab people in VR
Oh,
and you can
Sword
like
and Shield or whatever. Not
yeah,
or
yeah,
Sword and
or even
whatever
chivalry.
the fuck it's called. Oh,
Chivalry can do that
Chivalry.
too. Yeah.
Sure.
So I can't wait to do that because definitely just pissed me off for no reason.
I know. Me driving to work today took me like 25 minutes with all the snow and shit. But I left late, so
The problem too is that
I went home.
a lot the a lot of the side roads weren't cleaned properly, which that's a normal thing in our area. They don't really clean the side roads as much as they clean the main roads. I get that. But then the main roads also weren't clean as much, and I'm like, what the fuck were you guys doing yesterday? There was nobody in the field. It was a fucking travel bed. What the fuck are you guys doing?
There are a lot of roads, and a lot of them were all fucked up yesterday. Because remember, I didn't see a plow on my street until fucking Sunday night.
You should have seen it before I did, considering you got hit with more snow.
I don't know what the hell was going on.
I see about 1.5 feet outside, right? When I went to work, there was about 3 feet. So, I'm 5 minutes down the road from you. Not even.
Where you live?
No. Where I work.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you're definitely further than that where you live.
No. 5 minutes from where I work, probably a little less.
Yeah, you're not far.
And then it's cold outside today. My God, 12 degrees outside right now? Ugh.
Yeah, at least not Chicago.
Oh God, what are they in the minus? Right, they're in the negative.
They were
right
at
now,
negative 11. I saw somebody threw a pair of pants in the snow, and they were just standing straight up.
Damn. I'm assuming no Kevin this week, obviously, because he's currently on vacation.
Nope, he said won't be on. Sorries.
Got it. Well, folks, welcome again to another episode of Crafting a Chat. Sorry I'm late. I'm sure they already gave the intro. I'm sure they already talked about what they played. I'm really sorry about that.
No, we didn't do that at all.
Cool.
We didn't even do the. I didn't even do the intro.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Cool. So, gentlemen, like we normally start these things off, not talking about the weather. Obviously, we never talk about that. This is the first time we've ever talked about it on a podcast like this.
Of course.
What did we all play last week, Adam? What'd you do?
I got the platinum in Jusant finally.
Congratulations.
Finished that.
What number platinum is that for you?
140.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, crazy.
10 away from 150.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
And then I played the Prince of Persia demo. I don't know if we're going to talk about that this week. Maybe we'll
Save
wait
it for when
Kevin
Kevin comes
on
back,
that.
since he's got a lot of opinions of that. Since I think he's buying the game, right, and playing it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I watched a new episode of Reacher. I didn't watch the one that was on last week. Like the one that came out on Friday, because it's only one more episode. So I'm like, I'm just going to wait and watch both.
Okay.
And then I watched Suits. I think the last time I talked about Suits, I was on season 2, episode 4, or something like that. I'm now on season 5, episode 9.
Wow.
Yeah, there's 12 episodes in the first season, and then 16 episodes in the rest, and it's 45 minutes a piece.
Cruising.
So yeah, I'm cruising. I went a little too far. I went too much, I think,
Mhm.
because I'm trying to watch it at the same time as somebody else, but whatever. We'll see whatever. Um, we'll see. I probably surpass them in so many ways. We'll see if I go to work tomorrow. And then I restarted Last of Us Part 2 on New Game Plus. Going for that platinum. Already got a couple
Mm-hmm.
trophies. Um,
Probably you've used 2 tissue boxes to cry.
it wasn't too bad until you got off, and then the rocket ship scene played, like where you visit the museum.
Oh
And
God.
Desonoto was still on. I was having a time. I was like, it was very difficult for me. I just,
Yeah.
if I took video of like what I was doing, you just see me walk to a place and then just put my controller down and go, oh no! It was a lot of that. It was a lot of that. It's been difficult. Like I said to you, I'm skipping the cutscenes. I'm just gonna. I gotta.
It's tough. It's
There's a
tough, man.
couple I've watched. There's a couple I've tried, and yeah, I don't know. But
It's tough.
yeah, I'm on Seattle Day 2, for Ellie. So the third chapter of the game technically. Um, then each chapter has mini chapters in them, but I'm
Of
on the
course.
beginning of Seattle Day 2.
Cool.
Just going through all the collectibles using PS5 trophies. Brian on YouTube just helping me get them all. So should have the platinum for it by next week.
Wow. Okay, good job, man.
Yeah,
Good
we'll
job.
see. We'll see. I was gonna play today, but I ooh,
Isn't it
just not
come
having
out,
it.
the remastered version come out this Friday or this Thursday?
Yeah, I think so. I think it comes out Friday, the
Friday.
17th or 19th, or
$10 for the upgrade, huh?
yeah. I'm gonna platinum it first, and then I'll spend the Well, I'll probably spend the $10, but I'll platinum it first, and then I'll switch over,
Yeah, then you
upload.
get double platinum.
I kind of want to platinum this and then move on to Last of Us Part 1, platinum that, and then platinum the PS5 version of Part 2, just so I played them in order. But I don't know if I want to do Last of Us, then Last of Us, then Last of Us. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of Last of Us, bro. I
It's
don't
a
know if
lot
you
of
have to
Last of
save all
Us.
that.
It's a lot of Last of Us. We'll see. We'll see how I feel at the end of Part 2.
I, your soul might have taken enough of beating at the end of part 2. I don't know if you're gonna have
Well,
enough left to play
for
part
the
1.
first Last of Us, that's happy. There's a lot of happy in that.
Yeah, but then you've played 2, going back into 1. So is the happiness really there, or?
I would say it's still there because I know they get like some years of happiness, honestly more than they deserve. Um, but like, I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right.
Look, in my head, I'm okay with like the things that happen in part 2. Like when I think about them, I don't go that's sad. When I experience them in Last of Us Part 2, I then go, oh God, no, not again, please God, no. But like looking back, I'm like, yeah, that happened. That's sad. But like, if I watch, oh my God, uh, there's like moments where I'm like, I know I have to get through that, and it's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so hard.
What difficulty are you playing on?
Light, light plus, which is not the first one. It's the second difficulty, and they're like, you could do easy. It's slightly harder than easy because it's easy new game plus, and I'm like, I'm not doing that, so I went light.
Hmm.
Just because I'm not there to challenge myself. If I want to challenge myself, I'll start a grounded or a permadeath run.
There's a trophy for grounded, though, right? But that's extra.
It's not part of the platinum.
Got it. Okay.
And also, I
Interesting.
didn't do the grounded for the PS3 version either.
I think Desonato, didn't you do grounded?
On what part
One.
The
one?
first one. The first one, yeah.
I think I did on. I think I did on part one. Yeah.
Did you finish part 2?
Yeah.
Okay, I for some reason I don't remember if you did or
A
not.
friend of
Okay,
mine did
sorry.
grounded on the one, and he beat it 15 times. That was his
Well,
last count. So
Wow. It's dedication.
Yeah, he would be like, "Oh, okay, this part, yeah, it's a little difficult because that one clicker, he'll come over here, but he'll follow this path. But if you see this enemy go over that way, then that clicker's not coming that way. He's gonna pop up over here." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "You designed this game and you playing it? What is going on here?"
Well, you play it enough times and you kind of know what to expect. So
Sir, do you understand how many times you have to play a section over and over and over to understand the
It sounds
walking
like
paths of
what a speedrunner would say.
it? It is. This is
Yeah.
the guy who spent 2 months of his life trying to get the Call of Duty Modern Warfare airplane thing, whatever the hell it's called. You know what I'm
the
talking about?
airplane thing.
Where you're like on the airplane and you have to clear it out on veteran in like a minute.
Oh, is that the original OG Modern Warfare?
Yeah. Yeah, there's that
I
like
think I recall
challenge.
that.
I
Yeah, I
can't
think I
remember what that
recall that.
challenge is. It's very difficult. And he just spent 2 months and we're like, play a different game. And he's like, no. And he would just spend like a few hours a day just playing it over and over and over and over and just being like, I can perfect my run. And then after beating it, trying to get a faster and faster time. And we're like, sir, you need help.
I used to be that way with
Mile
the
High Club,
final.
that's what it's called. Thank you.
Uh, I used to be part of the. I used to not used to be part of. I used to do that with Kingdom Hearts 2, the final mix, the bosses at the end. Man, I
Mm-hmm.
was running like level 1 runs. I was seeing how far I could get. I was seeing how fast I could beat them, what strategies I could use. I remember recording myself playing some of those, and some of those sessions were 5 hours long, and it was two bosses. Like I could have been doing like 6, 7 bosses in 5 hours. Nah, I was just saying two fucking bosses.
Yeah. Arkham Asylum was me. That was me with the
With the
challenges.
combo and yeah, and
Yeah, I was
challenge.
top 100 in the US for a while.
Wow,
And then
a lot of that too
Uncharted 2 as
was
well.
for me. It was besides Kingdom Hearts, it was also as much as I hate to say it, it was AC Black Flag when I used to be doing the top 100, like to try and keep playing the same fucking map online and try all these different strategies and just keep doing the same game mode over and over and over
Yeah.
and over online.
I think the last time I was kind of competitive was when Crop Dust was and I were going back and forth in Astrobot with those
Yes.
time trials. I'd
Yeah.
beat him, he'd beat me. I'd beat him so far on one, and then he'd beat me so far on one, and we'd be like, "How the fuck did you do that?" And he's like, "I don't fucking know." I don't know. And I'd be like, "I don't know how I did that either." But we were
Get like
doing
that
that for like
sometimes
a couple months.
when I'm playing some games. I'd like to be that way with FF16 on the Ultimania mode, but oh my god, it's that I've seen some combo videos of people, and it's literally goddamn. It's somebody took Final Fantasy threw DMC in there and said, "Hey, you can be stylish," and I'm like, "How the fuck do you do this?"
I'd love to say it's because I got older and I have less time. It's just I don't have the patience like I used to.
I think that's a thing too. Like my patience has gone away essentially because now I have kids, and a lot of the patience gets waned on them. Where I don't have the same patience anymore for video games like that. I get frustrated sometimes to the point where I'm like I need to put this down. I need to try this another day. Where young me, damn, how long did I sit there trying to beat Zemnis in 2? Oh my god. I was in Kingdom Hearts 2 beating Zemnis and I didn't realize how to beat him with the when you get to the point where you have to reflect all of his shots that he does. You have to hit triangle and X together, like keep tapping them
Mm-hmm.
because then the two guys will start deflecting all of them. I would consistently get to that point and die, and I tried him one day. It was like I don't know, 30 or 40 times. Just couldn't beat him.
See, even
I
when I was
never lost the
younger,
patience like that.
I was like, I own 7 games. I'm just gonna play them in rotation. When I get stuck in one, I'm moving on to another. And I remember one time I got sent to my room, and I was like, because I don't know, I probably did something bad. I probably stabbed my sister or something. And then I was like, I'm gonna play 007 Nightfire, that James Bond game. And for some reason, I was stuck on level 2 of that game for literally like a year. Which my dumb child brain could not understand where the fuck to go. You know me and maps, and I'm confused on directions and like what's the I skip through like what's the plot and I don't know what it is and I can't reload a checkpoint, so I just gotta continue to start the game over. And then one day I got sent to my room and I like just played that, and then I got to the final mission, then I was stuck and I was like, fuck this. And then I would go back to Animal Crossing, and then a few months later I played it and I beat it in like 2 tries and I was like, oh, that was easy, and then I beat the game.
Boom.
So even when I was younger, I didn't have the patience for it. I was like, nah, I got a life to live. I'd rather go back to Animal Crossing, pay off my debts to Tom Nook for the 11th time. But yeah. But yeah, that's all I played. So, and watched.
Okay, that's another what you do.
Well, I played a whole shit ton of Fate Samurai Remnant.
Whoa!
I'm on the cusp of another platinum.
Whoa!
The very cusp. I'm only one fucking trophy away. And it's not the most. Well, I feel like the most annoying one was probably filling out the whole logbook, which is like documenting every single monster, every single like area in the game. Um, I think there's like items and locations and servants and masters and all this stuff. Um, so I actually got that trophy, filling out the entire logbook.
Huh?
But the one I'm missing is maxing out my, there's a workshop thing you have in the game where you can pretty much like, level up your, not your like, your character stats, but stuff that you can't really level up through your character stats is what you can use the workshop leveling up for, which would include like, bonuses you get from doing certain things in the game, um, stuff like that. But I'm basically missing materials to finish up the last like handful of upgrades I need to complete to get this last trophy, and it's like it's kind of just making me play through the game again. And this is gonna be like my third time playing through. I'm already like halfway through the story, but yeah, I played it pretty much twice all the way through. Then I went back to a save file to make a different choice, so I didn't have to play through the entire thing over again, to get the second and the third ending, and then had to go back again to get one other ending that had like 2 or 3 different cutscenes that the third ending didn't have. So a bit tedious, but I've been really enjoying this game. This is a really God. I keep saying this every week, but it's such a solid action RPG game, and if you like Fate, it's just even better because you know everybody pretty much. A lot of familiar faces from the mobile game, from the anime series that have been made, from the light novels, from the visual novels. Um, the music is also like some of the best music I've heard in so long. It's oh, so good. It's like nothing it's like you just can't get annoyed by the music at all. It's so pleasant to listen to. Um, but yeah, I've been playing that. Um, played a bit of the finals with Genesis and Kevin here. Kevin's not here, but he was here.
Hell
I
yeah,
played
and
the
you like the finals. It
finals.
wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's pretty different.
Yeah, not your
No,
traditional shooter. It's
yeah,
different.
it's
You
not
can
just running
destroy
around shooting
everything.
people.
You go around and I mean
There's an
you could
objective, but then it's also like you don't just grab it and go. You gotta kind of wait there, grab it, go, wait again, and kind of defend your position. And then the whole thing with the terrain being destructible was pretty cool.
you should try the
Um,
melee in that game too. I feel like you might like that. The melee is like you could do swords, knives, throwing knives, a bunch of different things, and you just don't have a gun. You just melee everything.
Uh, is that like the heavy
Sledgehammer.
class?
No, every class I think has melee. So the heavy class has sledgehammer and a guitar, music guitar, sledgehammer or something like that. The mid class has a sword and a rapier, I think. And then the light class has the rapier, the sword, and rapier, knife, and throwing knives.
Oh.
So you can do any of those. Throwing knives are the one I think that you can actually aim and toss at people. There are like four knives you can hold in a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then the other weapons are a little harder, meaning they do more damage because they're an actual weapon. A throwing knife, the regular knife, when the light class, if you're invisible and you go behind somebody, I think you can assassinate them from there. Essentially, you kill. I don't know if it's a one-hit kill. I have yet to try that in the practice arena, but I think you have seen somebody do that before. You got to sneak up like pretty well though. With
Mm-hmm.
how fast-paced this game is, it's kind of tough to do that unless you really catch somebody off guard.
Yeah, I was having trouble shooting people a
Yeah,
lot of
because
the
everybody
time, or
moves all
sometimes
over the place
I
this
get
game.
all the shots in them and it'll be like they're barely dead and then I die.
So I guess the thing with this is a little bit better than COD. With COD's just bunny hopping and diving everywhere. This at least you feel like you have the ability to move and run and jump everywhere so that you don't feel like you're stuck because you see all these stupid other players and all they do is stupid bunny hop and dive and all that shit. This is at least okay. If I'm a mid class, I can slide, I can jump, I can climb into a window, I can do what I gotta do. Like you feel more mobile, even if you see somebody else running around like a lunatic in front of you. With the light class, if you gotta grapple, or the evasive dash, that's really like quick movement all over the place too. I've seen a lot of people use that grapple like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I guess we'll probably play more of that
Yeah, yeah. Whenever
when the
Eddie
Tiffin
comes
gets
back.
back. um, I also tried the Prince of Persia demo. Uh, Pretty good, pretty solid. It felt a lot like Metroid Dread with how fluid and just mobile you feel was playing as the guy in the game. Um, Map design's also very similar to a Metroid game. Uh, I don't know if I'll get it yet. I was never really like into the Prince of Persia games before. But this one does seem like a really one of the few solid entries from Ubisoft in the past long time. Like,
Didn't know they could make solid games.
yeah, the fact that it's a Ubisoft original, and yeah, the art style is really cool. The gameplay is pretty satisfying, and
I think the characters are ugly.
the characters are
I don't. I
yeah,
just remember the trailers. The characters looked better. I thought the
than they are
back.
in game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's just the demo, but I don't know. It threw me off when I was playing the game, and I was like,
Hmm.
wow, these characters are kind of washed out and like.
It might just be that art style. Everything's like kind of um, I don't know what to call it. Like has like a matte finish,
The
maybe.
characters look like they came out like with a cool art style in like 2014. The backgrounds are beautiful, like the world
Yeah,
you're going through, but the characters just didn't do it for me. And also, Kevin pointed out they're mirrored when they're on the right side of the screen. Very funny.
yeah. Yeah,
That's
so anytime
generally how
dialogue
those
shows up in the game.
But that's generally how those side scrollers go. They're usually mirrored like that.
Are they really?
Yeah, most of the side scrollers, like Metroidvania style, they're always mirrored. I think Metroid's probably well, no, Metroid also is mirrored.
That's weird.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Metroid
so you'd
Dread
see
is
a
not
guy
that
with an
either.
eye patch on his left eye, and then he's on the right side, and it's on his right eye, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Dread wasn't. I don't think Dread was mirrored, but the old Metroid games used to be mirrored.
It's a very old trick. It's just very strange how they were just not. It's the same like shape animation. They could have just, I don't know, drew it.
Yeah, it's not even that much effort to just
Yeah,
recreate the same thing, or
Cost cutting. That's
you just
simple cost cutting.
gotta
fucking.
move it to the other side.
They went into Microsoft Word and then took the left side and then just moved it over to the right until it was mirrored, and they're like, perfect.
Yeah, it seems
Microsoft
lazy.
Word.
Probably one of the few lazy points, though, out of this game that I've seen in the demo so
That's
far.
my only complaint with it.
Yeah.
Microsoft Word. I don't know why that's getting me right now. Microsoft fucking Word.
Because it's not even like where you would go to edit an image, but like,
Yeah.
I know you can do that
Random
in Microsoft Word, and also it's just like, what? It's just, why not just do it normal?
Yeah.
Like, just draw it.
Odd choice.
Yeah, you're
Especially,
right.
You can
especially
even mirror it,
from
just then
them.
fix it.
Yeah. I
Oh, shit.
don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Maybe they'll fix it in the final game.
Probably
Or
not.
maybe they're just
Probably
jackasses who don't
not.
know how to do anything.
Well, well, they made this game, so they know how to do something. Maybe not doing it completely right, but they know how to do something.
They know how to do something. That's a fact we cannot take away from them.
Yeah. um, I think that's the only thing I played.
What'd you watch? I know you always have a lot of stuff to say about what you watched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
You bet your
see. I
ass I do.
found I found a great show. Great show on Netflix called Boy Swallows Universe.
Oh, my mom's
Just
watching
came
that,
out. Yeah,
and she's finished it.
it's a yeah, it's a good like it's got a darker tone throughout probably
I'm saying
like
there's a
half of the
black tone to
show.
it.
Half of it's like coming of age kind of thing where these two kids are growing up, they're brothers, and they kind of have to go through all this shit together. And one of them's like a mute since he was 8 years old. Some one like really bad traumatic event happened, and ever since then he stopped talking to people. And the
A
other one
coal
kind
was shoved
of
down my throat.
Oh
nope, that didn't
no.
happen. But the younger brother stands up for him, and the older brother stands up for the younger brother too. So it's a nice, loving relationship they have while their parents are divorced, or I don't know if they ever got officially divorced, but they're separated. Um, and then the mom, something happened with the mom at one point, and there's like they have a stepdad right now, and yeah, a lot of stuff happens to them in the show. They go through a lot of ups and downs, emotional, dark drama, but it was very good. About 6 episodes. Um, the only thing that's weird that stood out to me was at a certain point in the show, there's a small time skip, and it might put some people off. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but they changed the actor for the younger brother, and it was just weird seeing someone totally different that you have no attachment to be on the screen playing the same character.
Yeah, that's weird.
Um, and I'm pretty sure the older brother's the same, and so is everybody else. They just kind of,
Changed one guy.
well, they also changed the girl. Um, that was like an interest to the older brother in school for some reason. I don't know why. They just made her look. Um, I don't know, the new actress that they added in, that they switched in, they just decided to make her look less attractive than how she was before, even though she wasn't really that attractive to begin with. Um, I don't know, it was just weird. Um, but yeah, other than those two things, the show's it's a pretty solid show. Nice little dark drama. I want to watch something like that. Number two in TV shows today on Netflix still.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see here. Thought I watched another movie here. I rewatched Across the Spider-Verse because when I watched it last time with my little brother, I watched it from like uh, from like a third of the way into the movie.
Oh yeah,
So I missed like the beginning chunk. So I just ended up watching
it's
the
great.
beginning and I watched the rest of it again. Damn, what a fucking amazing
What
movie.
a
Oh
film.
my god, it
What a
was so
soundtrack.
incredible. It's one of the few like animated movies I've seen in recent time that just blew me away.
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Oh my
Get
god. That whole
Oh, it's so
that
good.
whole chase is just fantastic. Holy shit. Miles is amazing.
It's so good.
Gwen, oh gosh. Gwanda.
It's so. Oh man, the mom.
Oh god, the mom.
Ah, oh.
Oh. And all the seeing all those different spider people and animals, just it's a level of Spider-Man we've never seen before.
When the fuck is the next one coming?
Oh my god. Well, apparently they had the smallest update ever, like a day or two ago. They
It,
said it's still in production and we're working on it, and that's
yeah,
all they said.
the one actor who plays Peter B. Parker, he was like, I haven't recorded any lines.
Oh.
And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? No, please.
The hell?
Because they were supposed to come out like 2022 and 2023.
No.
And now one's coming out in 2023 and the next one's 26 maybe. Like, oh my god.
Wasn't it this is gonna be the last one, isn't it? Out of the
I I think, but also like they're
trilogy.
successful enough.
Oh, yeah, they're so oh
They're
my
also really
god.
good. Like
They're
just
also just so fucking good.
if they nail the third one, it's literally
Holy
going to be
shit.
one of the best trilogies of all time.
Honestly, probably the best one.
Yeah.
The best Spider-Man trilogy. Even though
Yeah.
it's not even like mainly about Spider-Man, it's about Miles and Spider-Man.
Well, Miles is Spider-Man.
Well, not the normal Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Anybody could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's the
True.
whole theme.
Anything. There's even a cat, and there's fucking
There's
pig,
a
and there's
cat.
a
Little
yeah.
Penny Parker.
Oh my god, it was so nice seeing her again.
I
And when
know.
she's like sad that time, the one time you see her on screen in the second movie, because something really bad happened.
Also, the fucking Spot.
Oh, what
Shout
a
out to the
villain!
Spot.
It's the second time I'm watching the movie, but I still can't get over what a villain
Because he's so
this
in the
guy is.
beginning, he is the most comedic relief and so
Yeah.
stupid. But by the end, you are fucking terrified of this guy.
Oh my god. It's oh
It's
the way
it.
they show him after that last the thing that they use the machine for.
Yeah,
After that last one, he just looks so fucking menacing and terrifying and just
which is crazy because
a
when he shows up and
force.
bread is falling through him, like, and Miles
And
is
he's
just
in the
like, I don't have
ATM
time for
and
this, and he's like, I'm your supervillain. Also, when I was in theaters, I called the bagel. I called that it was him. He was the one that they threw a bagel at into the Spider-Verse.
Oh.
I was like, please be
Yeah.
that. I leaned over to Crop Dust when I was seeing it in theaters, and I was like, please be the bagel guy. And then all of a sudden they said that. I was like, and he looked at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my god. That is the stupidest joke, and I love it.
Yeah.
And then I got
Oh
hit
my
with the
God.
bagel, and it's like this most dramatic thing in the world. And
He plays a whole storyboard thing that happened.
oh my
And he's like,
god.
I made you Spider-Man, and look what you made me.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna take everything away from you.
And he kicks himself in his ass.
Falls into his own spot.
Yeah. Just, oh my god. I told you, Miles. I'm your arch enemy or whatever. It's like, oh fuck.
The shift in his tone of voice at that last part when he shows up too,
Oh yeah.
just insane. Completely different
Yeah.
from
It's
the
nuts.
rest of the appearances he has.
Absolutely nuts.
Did you see these two movies, Genesis?
I know you saw Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I only saw Into the Spider-Verse. I didn't
Oh
see
my
Across the Spider-Verse.
God!
Across the
What
Spider-Verse
the
is so
fuck are
good.
you doing?
I know.
You love Spider-Man. You're not watching like the best Spider-Man movie.
You know, I guess I could always, reverse Uno card a card back to you and be like, you haven't played the last Spider-Man game, but you watch all the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, did you watch No Way Home?
Yeah,
Okay, so you watched that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I just seen Into the Spider-Verse.
He
I
was
guess I'll
there.
make it a. I forgot he
yeah.
was there.
We
Dude, my
went to
memory is
the
getting bad.
we took a Jan with us.
Yeah, my memory's getting real bad, man. I'm sorry. It's just the side effects of
Okay.
children and getting
That
old.
was when I looked at
So,
you, and I was like,
I,
now you know what I could have
I
done.
looked back and I was like, oh no, oh no.
Literally weeks I prepared for that.
With the minute you started laughing at me at that scene, I was like, it can't be, it can't be.
Well, I kept saying I could spoil something for you, but I'm not. And then we got to there, and then it was kind of hinting at it, and I was like, Spider-Man! And you were like, no, no, no. Oh, still the best fight in that movie.
Oh yeah, love that.
You gotta
Love that
watch
movie. That
Across
movie's amazing.
Spider-Verse.
Cross
Oh my
Spider-Verse
God.
better.
Oh my God.
I will make it a point to watch it sometime.
Like
You
my
should
favorite Spider-Man is still Tobey Maguire, but like
Man,
this movie, what it does, just
what it does. You weren't as high on Into the Spider-Verse as I wanted you to be, though. I remember.
yeah, I watched it and I was like, all right, cool. It's a lot of
I don't know
Miles in the
how.
movie.
yeah,
I
it's
think
such a great introduction movie.
It has one of the greatest, like, a hero rising to power scenes in the world.
Yeah,
With the leap of faith scene, it is literally one of the best scenes in all of superhero films. In live action or cartoon, it doesn't even matter.
yeah.
It's incredible. I can't wait till Sony goes, let's make them live action, and ruins them. We're gonna
I mean,
cast
they made a much
Zendaya.
smaller version of that with the 3 Spider-Man and No Way Home, but
No, we need more.
need more.
Well, weren't they had that idea that, oh, we should make the third one live action for some bullshit reason,
Yeah,
and then I guess they just
I don't know.
reversed it, and now they're just
Well,
going
there's
full
live action
on.
scenes in Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
I kind of wish they filmed like new ones, but at the same, I mean, there is a couple new ones, but at the same time, it's like, holy fuck, because Across the Spider-Verse even connects to Venom.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw the. There was one scene with Spot when he goes into the Venomverse and talks to the one cashier lady
Yeah,
to buy
Mrs.
the
Wong,
gum.
I think.
Yeah, and she gives him a box of Venom mints.
Yep. And then Donald Glover, the guy who inspired Miles.
Hmm.
So that's a
Yeah.
whole thing. That's fucking wild. That whole story of like how Miles was created.
Yeah, I can't. Oh my god. Oh, this third movie's gonna be
It's gonna be
fucking.
nuts. Ain't
Yo,
no
Pikachu, hello.
love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love. When his uncle's playing that song when he's tied
Oh
up
my
to the
god.
thing, to the
Yeah,
fucking
that's just
punching
such a
bag.
slow ass build up
I know
to
that
the
I
reveal.
that song is on my Spotify, and I
Oh
sing it
my
all the time. Ain't
god.
no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the God out town. Oh my, so fucking good.
Oh.
Uh, what a film. Still didn't watch Brother's Son?
Oh no, I did.
There it
I
is.
started that up. I started that today. And I'm on episode 6.
Oh, damn. Okay, let me ask you. Were you sad when the drug lady died? In the first episode, the girl with the backpack where she recognized Chairleg?
Oh, the one who's running the drug
Yeah.
thing at the club? Not really.
I was kind of sad. And then her sister showed up, and I'm like,
Like,
what?
yeah.
And I was like,
At
I'm
first
not
I was
that
like, who
sad.
the fuck is this tattooed bitch? And then I'm like, wait, hold
She
on.
has the exact same face, because that's the same
Yeah.
actress.
Oh, is it actually the same
Yeah, it is.
actress? Oh shit.
Okay, so the first
That's
episode,
funny.
do you see what I mean by, like, kind of predictable?
Um, what part
The very
exactly? Like,
in the first episode where he's cooking and then it has that great action scene, and then his
oh, great,
dad
yeah.
comes to the and they're like, why would they attack you? It makes no sense. I'm like, they clearly wanted him. There's a window. Move away from the window.
Big ass
And
wall
then they're
window.
talking about it for a while, and I was like, what is happening right now? Fucking move. How are you still trying to figure this out? And then they're shot, and it's like, really?
Yeah, they took a minute to try and figure out why would they send people they know are gonna get beaten by this guy
Yeah.
to only bring, but like why would they even bring the head of their group out too? It's
Yeah.
kind of stupid on their part. Like why would you just there's it's a windowed apartment.
Yeah, it made no
Like
sense.
what? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose that was
Yeah, it's not like anything crazy.
pretty obvious. Something they could have avoided easily. Uh, but other than that, I have a theory.
What's your theory?
I have a theory of where
I'll
they're
give
at now.
nothing away.
I feel like Grace is a mole, is
Oh,
a rat.
interesting. Interesting.
The way she just levitates towards Bruce without
Yeah.
any. But I don't
I
know.
will I will say I had the same theory. When she first showed up, I was like suspicious. You're too into this
Out
guy.
of nowhere. Oh,
I
I love improv. Oh my
Nobody loves
god.
improv except Blood Boots. Blood Boots
Yeah.
loves
Oh
improv.
God. I was so sad when he got shot.
That's when
Oh my
that's the
God.
first time the show made a decision where I was like, "Oh, you're actually doing something. Okay, cool, cool."
Yeah. And then after I was like, if Mrs. Rolodex over here is gonna give her son the list anyway,
What a fucking nickname.
why did the uncle have to get shot? But yeah, also what a nickname.
What a nick the Rolodex? Like, are you kidding me? Like,
She's just, just like
she
mastermind
remembers.
who knows every single
Yeah.
person in the entirety of the triads, every head, every where they come from, where they live.
Did you
Like,
watch episode 6 yet?
I was like halfway through. She was just visiting her mom in Taiwan.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, 7 and
Yeah.
8 I feel get way darker.
Oh.
So that was
Yeah,
my
it is
one thing
pretty
about the
light
show
right
where I was
now.
like, yeah, it's like super
It
light.
is.
Bruce is funny and like chair leg. Doesn't he remind you of the guy from Warrior a little bit?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the fighting, there's not too much of it, but when it's there, it looks good for the
Yeah,
most
I
part.
think the first scene is still the best one
Yeah, I agree.
by far. Like those, the slowdown, the frame panning over and then getting blurry on where they're actually fighting,
Yep.
focusing on the TV, and
Also,
then the other side.
not a big deal. Not a big deal. They're watching the Great British Bake Off. And they're
Mhm.
watching, I believe that is like series like 11 or 12. And then later he's watching another series of Great British Bake Off and he's either 10 or 11. So he went
Oh, so it
backwards.
just jumped like random
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Was
like
that was when he was in the girl when the DA's apartment?
yeah, in the DA's
Okay.
apartment, it was an earlier series. In the first episode, when that fight's happening, that episode it's like 2 or 3 different episodes because there's a
Oh.
character that's there, but then that one attractive Indian lady, um she did something, and there's something going on in that episode, and that shot they show her in, it's in a later episode after this one person's eliminated. Then you see Jurgen, and you're like, what the fuck's Jurgen still doing here? He's gone. Like, what are you talking about? Like, crazy.
Oh.
Absolutely crazy. Also, I like how he cooks.
Oh yeah, very stylish.
I'm like, I think I'd rather watch a show about a guy who fights and cooks. Like, he's just a guy who's like, I want to start a restaurant, but all of a sudden he just starts fighting people.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
he's very, very stoic for most of the show until he meets the childhood friend who's now a
oh,
deputy DA and
the
acts
love
like a cop
interest
every chance she can get.
who's not a cop.
Who's not a cop but acts just like a cop. And
Yeah. An
she's also
ADA
very
who's
hot.
way more involved than she ever should be in anything that they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like organizing the police.
Yeah. Also, good looking lady.
Yeah, I was saying she's pretty hot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Her name is Heidi Kwan
In the show or in real life?
in real life.
Oh.
Yeah, that's her his actual name.
Bruce, sometimes annoying, sometimes funny.
Yeah, I think they struck a good balance with him.
Yeah. His hard drug dealer friend.
TK.
Yeah.
He's funny.
What a wannabe gangster.
He's also very flamboyant sometimes,
Yeah.
and I'm just confused. But then he goes back to being like this hard gangster who everybody thinks is just a dipshit.
Is he still kidnapped for you?
He's still kidnapped. Yeah, they still
Okay.
haven't found him yet.
Yeah, yeah.
And Charles is like, it's okay. They're not gonna kill him. They might beat him up enough, but not
Oh,
like a
dude.
life-threatening
I
thing.
will say, when you see him again, you're gonna have a great time.
Oh no.
You're gonna be like, oh no, poor guy. So, but yeah, again,
Yeah.
it's dark. Chair leg, man. What a stupid nickname.
Shit, like,
It's like he beat like a whole room of people with a chair leg. Like, oh,
yeah, and then
crazy.
they're like channeling the whole John Wick thing where he like can kill anybody with anything he finds.
Well, I will say they kind of nailed that in the later episodes too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some stuff. Also, the reason he has that nickname is pretty dark.
Hmm.
Cause you like hear stories about it throughout the episodes,
Yeah.
and then at one point you see a flashback, and then you see the flashback from another point of view, and you're like, oh fuck. But yeah, it's
Oh.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely gonna finish this real soon.
Yeah, it's not like crazy good. It's just like, this is really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, solid. They're solid.
Cool.
Oh, and then Michelle Yeoh as the Mama Sun. She's the all-knowing Rolodex of the triads.
Hmm.
She's just so good.
She
She's
is
great
so
at being a
good.
mom, and she's great at being the Rolodex.
She's so fucking good in everything.
Yeah.
I'm upset she doesn't fight.
Yeah, she does not do, she's mostly talking.
I mean, she's a genius.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when that gang invites her in.
Yeah, I guess that makes up for
Yeah,
her
when the
not
gang
doing many
invites
fight
her in
scenes.
and she's just like, or Blood Boots dies, and she's just like, no, give me good tea.
He
Like,
brings her fucking Lipton in a pot.
yeah. And she's like, no, you get me good tea, you get me this, you get me that, then we'll talk. And if I feel like, I'm not going to tell you anything, but we could talk. Like, and that guy's
Oh
like,
my
fucking.
God. I was dying when Bruce storms in with the army of moms and aunties
Okay.
from the
So when he went there
Washington
earlier
State.
and he's talking to all of them and they're all like, "Hey
Oh,
Bruce," and he's just like,
they all love
"Hey." Yeah,
him.
and he's flirting with these old women and I'm like, "Oh man, I've been in a room like this before." Like I'm Bruce right now. I get this. And then later when he brings them in and that lady just grabs the one dude's gun and puts it in her purse.
She just takes it from his hand. She's like, "What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, the one guy's like, what are we doing something?"
Are we
Like,
just standing here?"
yeah. But yeah, Blood Boots, tragic.
Yeah, I really liked his character as long as he was there. He did a really good job
Yeah.
being like the
And the
really
other
like
lady who likes
friendly
Hamilton.
uncle. Yeah,
But
yeah.
what a show.
What a show so far, yeah.
All right. Watch anything
Still gotta
else?
watch. I still gotta watch. Um,
Everything Everywhere
E
All at Once?
squared A
E
E.
squared, A squared, O?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get used to it. You get used to it. Everything
Yeah, I still
Everywhere All
gotta
at
watch
Once.
that. Um, I think I watched something else though on Prime Video.
That's where E squared, A squared, O is.
Oh, yeah, what the hell did I watch recently? Uh, like, hmm. Oh, Asteroid City. I was talking
Oh,
to
yeah. Crop
um
Dust.
Crop Dust briefly in the chat about it because he has seen other Wes Anderson films, and I feel like I don't think I've really seen many of his films. I've heard about them, I just haven't watched them.
Yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel is my favorite.
Okay, he's the same thing, so
Yeah.
I'll probably watch that next,
Wes
and
Anderson
then
is just one of those directors that puts out 30,000 films. Because he did the Royal Tenenbaums, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Isle of Dogs, Rushmore, like,
does he actually have a lot? I feel like he doesn't have that many films that are made.
well, he does a lot.
Oh,
I don't know why, he just does a lot.
maybe it was just that list that I found. They named like the top like 15 or so, and Grand Budapest Hotel was number one.
Yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel is the best one. A lot of people like the Royal Tenenbaums,
Hmm.
um, Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou and Darjeeling Limited. Those are popular.
Hmm.
Fantastic Mr. Fox, I don't care for, but
I'll probably watch that one with the dogs, Dog
that Isle
Island
of
or something.
Dogs,
Yeah,
yeah, that one
I
was,
remember seeing that being advertised everywhere when it came out,
yeah.
but I never watched it. um, but this movie is so like his shots are so pristine.
He has a
It's
very
fucking
old timey
insane.
looking filming quality, and also he does like his colors are very strange.
the colors were so like I think
They
for this
pop.
movie in particular, they matched exactly with the tone and everything, and the time period and the characters and the way they acted and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the colors really popped. The framing for every single shot, like I said in the chat, is just mind blowing
It's a
sometimes.
visual feast, a Wes Anderson
Yeah, it's
film.
it's it's like you're watching award winning like photography frames, but just complete shots,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because the stories wasn't really a whole like thing. I just got he does a lot of like mixing different mediums too, which which confused me like because you'll be watching the main movie, then you'll be watching like a side thing
Mm-hmm.
that's shot in like a black and white 1930s talk show or something, and then it'll go back to the main movie, and then it'll go to something else, and it was hard to follow, but it was. I think for the visual spectacle alone, it's worth watching
Yeah, that's why
and seeing all your favorite actors and actresses.
usually a lot of people in them, but that's why
Yeah,
Crop Dust and we think Grand Budapest Hotel is the best, because visually and story wise, it's great.
no,
It's also very funny.
yeah. This was also like a comedy ish
Yeah, they're
thing.
like quirky, like honestly artsy fartsy is the words that come to my brain every time I talk about a
Yeah,
Wes Anderson movie, where I
I
go,
agree
yeah,
with
it's a
that
little
too.
artsy, but at the same time, it's like you could sit down and watch this and be like, oh, I was entertained.
Yeah, yeah, I would say I was entertained too. They
Yeah,
had a whole like alien scene
yeah.
where everybody's sitting in a crater that was made by this asteroid, and there's like 100 people sitting in there, and they're waiting for this one in like every I don't know what the like one in every thousand years or something occurrence that was happening where they see like these three dots, and you
Mm.
have to put on a box as a helmet
Mm-hmm.
to refract the light into the box from a magnifying glass onto the inside of the box.
Yep.
And you see some three dots, and then all of a sudden everything goes green because there's a green dot that appears. They take off their box helmets and they see a fucking UFO above them. And the alien's coming down in stop motion. And on his little peg thing comes all the way down, looks around for like a minute, takes the asteroid, goes back up, and flies in the east direction. It's so out of nowhere, so weird,
Yeah. It'll
but it
it'll
was
be
funny.
like the most complicated thing, and then a character will go, "What the shit?"
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
like, what just happened, guys? We
Yeah.
just let him take the asteroid? What? Hello? Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely a unique style from Wes Anderson.
yeah.
All right. Watch anything
Okay,
else?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Julio's. Uh, I have been playing Kina, um, the Bridge of is Kina
Bridge of
Bridge of Spirits,
Spirits.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. On a whim, I was like, I've beaten God of War Valhalla, the Valhalla DLC. Obviously, I haven't gotten all the trophies, but I've beaten the DLC. I I should start to platinum something else. I have other games I need to play as well, but I was like, this has been sitting there for a while, and I remember looking like such a good Pixar movie. So I was like, let me go ahead and turn this on. I've started to play it and haven't stopped. It's actually been pretty good. It it has been a crazy ride so far in Kina. The only complaint I have with this game is the dodging is a little less than subpar. Like I don't have enough iframes, even though I'm still in the middle of a dodge. You should have the iframes, especially for a game like this. Um, the Melee leaves a little bit to be desired because I don't have as many combos as well. Like I feel like I should have some more combos, and the leveling system is so-so. They did add like a shit ton of stuff to this game, so I don't know if I would be as impressed with this game had I played it when it first came out. So I'm glad they had the anniversary update and all that because that added like outfits and more challenges and more abilities and things like that. Um, but I'm having a fun time with it. I'm gonna try to do the platinum run for it since I've now completed two of the challenges. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see if I can get the platinum in it. I think I played Final Fantasy last week a little bit, and I also been playing the finals like Desonoda mentioned before with him and Daddy. Uh, I also installed a emulator on one of my phones since I have that Backbone controller. So I have a like a false PlayStation Portal, and I've been playing two PSP games. I've been playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3 on the PSP, and I've also been playing Parasite Eve sequel, which is called The Third Birthday. I always wanted to try the Parasite Eve series because a lot of people regard it as a very good Square Enix game and one of Tetsuya Nomura's first like really good games that he made back on the PlayStation 1. I gotta say, Parasite Eve, really cool. The only thing that I don't like about the game is because the PSP only ever had one analog stick. I can't move the camera unless I'm using directional sticks, the directional buttons, I mean. So it's a little bit annoying, and I wish that the emulator I'm using had a mod to change the stick, like just to add the right stick camera support, but it doesn't. Um, I wish they'd bring back Parasite Eve because this game is cool. I've been having a ton of fun with that. I've gotten some missions done. Bought a bunch of different guns. And to give a little backstory on the third birthday, it's essentially a third-person shooter where you are a person who can travel back in time and also inhabit other people's bodies and use them up until you have to leave them to not have yourself be implicated in the past. So when you're in the past, you to other people you just look like another person because you to go in the past you're inhabiting somebody else's body, uh, and you just keep doing that until you go back to the present time where you were actually. The game's based in 2012, and you're in 2014. Apparently, it only takes 2 years to learn time travel. That's weird.
Mm.
Um, I don't remember when this game came out. It probably came out like 2000 and oh God. When was PSP? 2006, 7?
7 it stopped, I think, didn't it?
No, PS2 came out in 2002.
Oh yeah, so it had to be like 2000 fucking 7 to 13 or
2000 like
12
yeah,
or
2012 and then the PS Vita came out. Something like that. Anyway, I've been having a ton of fun with that. I have a couple other games downloaded on there that I'll probably end up giving a shot soon. But I forget how good PSP games were, man. If Sony had, I don't know, man. If Sony had just kept going with something like that and they just improved on the PSP instead of making the PS Vita with the proprietary uh, game chip and the memory card and all that and making it overpriced and all that, man, they could have had something really good. They could have had a good portion of that handheld market. I wouldn't say like a all of it or even half, but a good portion they'd have. That they were good games on the PSP, really good games, and the PSP was a good piece of hardware too. It's crazy how what they could do on
Mm-hmm.
that. It was a miniature PS2. It was insane.
Even the Vita too, for the time,
Vita had good technology in it.
had
It's
an
just
OLED screen
yeah, they
way
really
back
fucked it
when.
over with the proprietary storage, games, and proprietary charging. They thought of in the future for the screen, which is great, but they needed to think a little bit farther ahead. And if that had came out with like USB-C charging on it, and
also AT&T.
Yeah, I don't know. That was such a weird move, man. You didn't have to put the 3G on there. You could have just had people just sign up with their carriers if they
There were a
wanted to
lot of
for a
issues.
hotspot. But like they had
Yeah,
some such good thoughts into it, and it could have been something amazing.
it seemed like a bad
Um,
timing,
had they just waited a
honestly.
couple more years, added USB Type C, SD, micro SD card support, and it was a not a game cartridge, but it stuck with the UMDs. Like they should have just kept UMDs going. It's all right. It's all good. Like they already had that down. The UMDs were popular with the PSPs until the PSP Go came out with the slide up screen. Um, and even that had two control sticks. I don't understand. I don't know. They made some questionable choices. Uh oh my god, you remember that PSP phone? The Xperia Play that came from AT&T as well?
Hmm.
AT&T had some good deals with Sony. I don't know why they chose to go with them when they were garbage back in the day too.
Well, even then,
Um
people back then weren't even like trying to pay for data on their phones a lot of the
No, no.
time.
We were mostly a talk
So
and text back in the day.
it was
Data
a
was a premium
bad,
thing you'd pay for when you
bad
had enough
timing on
money
that
for
too.
it. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know what they were trying to do, but they could have had something great if they had made like a PSP 2, double control sticks, OLED screen, USB Type C charging, bigger battery, UMDs, micro SD card support for up to 512 gigs or 256, whatever. Don't sell exorbitant priced memory cards. It would have been great. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. That's all that I played, and yeah, I'm good. I'm good. We got any topics we want to talk about this week? I got like one or two things I'll probably talk about newsworthy, but
I don't got
no.
anything.
All right. Well, let's talk about some newsworthy stuff. So I was just looking through Reddit and Twitter and all that. One first newsworthy thing I'll talk about. Stalker 2 has been delayed again. September 5th.
Whoa.
It was originally slated to come out Q1 2024 with a rumored date of March, somewhere in March. And they came out, I think, and they said that it's delayed till September now. I don't know when that game's gonna come out. What is this? Delay number 4? I know things are still
I
going
think
on in
so.
Ukraine and Russia and all that. But there's a lot of delays on this game. Like I gotta think this is delay number 4.
I don't even know. Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
probably
been
around
delayed a few
that,
times, but also they lost some of the developers.
Some people died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
that sucks.
Hey. Yeah.
wow.
Some of them went to war.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. True.
but yeah, it's cool that it's
What a
finally coming out.
situation.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. There's another
Oh.
rumor since we're still on Xbox games with Hellblade 2 coming out in May.
Cool.
I think it's May 20th or May
Hmm.
21st, something like
Should
that. They're
should
saying.
find that out on Thursday when they do that Xbox Direct.
Yeah, so a lot of this stuff is obviously coming out because of the Thursday show. So
Yeah.
there's
So
there's
be
a lot of
prepared to see Indiana
speculation.
Jones.
Yeah, well, Crafting a Shell will probably be watching that show. We'll probably talk about it the next podcast when
Yeah, we're
Kevin
not
gets back.
gonna fucking unless they're
Yeah,
like
no.
fucking Spider-Man's coming or something like.
So
Hello.
there's a couple of rumors of talks of FF7 Intergrade potentially showing up at the show because Xbox has been working some deal out with Square. There's also a leak that just came out where Final Fantasy XIV apparently was had gotten accidentally sent out on Twitter and Xbox deleted the tweet
I saw
that
that.
the
I
bait.
literally almost shared it to the chat. And I was like, nah. And then like 10 minutes later, it's like it's gone. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So
Hmm.
essentially, the beta is supposed to be released in February, and Final Fantasy XIV is being tested on Xbox Series X and S. This is the first time that the online any of the Final Fantasy online games will be coming to Xbox, if that is the case.
Well,
If
yeah. It was announced already a while ago.
Yeah, they said they were. So this is the problem that I have with Xbox and some of their verbiage. They do this quite a bit, and they do it on purpose because it's very vague. Um, they uh, they said when originally they were talking about it, we have we're trying to get into the works of getting FF14 on Xbox. We hope to see it soon. And a lot of people took that and was like, "Oh, it's coming to Xbox." Same thing with FF7. They were Phil Spencer had said that, it's up to you or something like that. Like it's up to you guys if you guys want to see FF7 um on Xbox. Uh, and people were taking that and was like, "Oh, it's coming to Xbox." And Phil later was like, "No, I just said if you guys want to see it, we'll try." So
So back
they're
in
very.
July, they confirmed it was coming to Xbox in spring of 2024.
Oh, for Final Fantasy 14.
Yes.
Was that Square and Xbox saying that?
Yeah, yeah. It was officially
Okay.
confirmed that it was coming because they were like,
Okay.
"We're
Okay. Okay.
working with our partners. We got this game," and then over E3 or whatever the fuck happened, they were like, "Yeah, it's coming to Xbox. It's coming next year."
I'd
So
be
it's been
curious to see how
confirmed for
much.
a while.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Then I must have been remembering more of the 7 stuff that they were talking about.
Yeah,
Um,
it's that and other Final Fantasy games they were saying.
the issue I have with that, and as I'm reading some of the comments on NeoGAF, Reddit, other forums, and things like that, is a lot of people are like, "Who is asking for this on Xbox?" Like, I don't know who's asking for it that wants to play it on Xbox who hasn't already played it on their Sony console that they also own.
Phil Spencer.
I guess so because they're like, "This is gonna come on an Xbox. It'll be either full price or come to Game Pass or be half price. Like one of those three things will happen." And
Definitely
it's
won't
not
be
going to get
half.
supported. Maybe like instead of $60, it'll be like $50. I don't know, 49.99.
Nah. Full price or Game Pass.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It's only two options. That it's going to come on an Xbox and nobody's going to support it because whoever has wanted to play it has already played it on the console it originally came out on, which was the PlayStation.
Well, I mean, not everybody owns a PlayStation.
I mean, when PS5 is being Xbox 3-1, I don't know who doesn't own a PlayStation 5
I mean,
uh,
yeah, it's
versus
definitely less,
Xbox.
but yeah, I don't know what kind of market share they're gonna get from this, but at the same time, it's cool
Yeah,
to be like, hey, this is coming.
yeah, yeah, I guess I don't know. It's weird. A lot of the opinions I see online is a lot of the same of like I don't know who the fuck's gonna play this now. Like 5 years ago is when Integrate came out. Crazily enough, um,
Intergrade was not 5 years ago.
I'm sorry, FF7 for PS4.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, yeah,
Integrate wasn't 5 years ago.
yeah.
I just say
Intergrade
Integrate
was
because that's what they
a
sell
couple
now.
years ago.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. Integrate
I,
is what they sell now. That's why.
yeah,
They don't sell the original FF7 anymore. They just sell FF7 remake
I
Integrate.
forget Crisis Core that was on everything.
Yes, so Crisis Core was on Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, I think.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Yet they won't release the other ones on there.
Yeah, I
Which, listen, that's fine by me. Don't release them. Keep them on PlayStation. Good. Keep paying that money to Square, Sony. Keep doing it. Um, there's a couple other things I was going to talk about too. Those were a lot of the bigger things that were uh, were being talked about on here. Hold a second. Obviously, with the Xbox show coming, there's a lot of talk of Xbox. Um, it was May 21st for Hellblade.
know. Mm.
That was what that
Yeah,
was.
I just can't wait to see Indiana Jones. I just want to know what it looks like.
Yep. Indiana Jones is a big topic right now across NeoGAF and Red and stuff like that. People are talking about it just to see like what do they expect, things like that.
20 minutes of gameplay confirmed.
Really,
Yeah,
Xbox came on and said that?
yeah,
Or was that during the initial announcement?
yep.
Okay. So apparently the studio that's making Indiana Jones isn't the only people who've been touching it. Apparently, some people from like 343, ID, and Tango have all kind
Yeah,
of
those
loaned
stories are
people
so
over.
pointless to me because like 7,000 studios work on all the big games.
Yeah.
Like Naughty Dog may make Last of Us Part 2, but also guess what? Three other studios worked on it, like Sony London and like other shit. Like it's just weird how sometimes they bring in people who are not even Xbox affiliated. It's very strange.
Definitely, definitely odd.
Like when we found out that Perfect Dark is being made by the people who made Avengers as well. Remember that? They had that story.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what?
Oh yeah.
Like they're helping? What?
Yeah, yeah.
Weird. Apparently not uncommon in the industry, just very strange.
I don't know how that works that way too. It's weird like that because there are other people who have done completely different games that also aren't competing. They also compete with each other too. It's like, how the hell do you do that? Isn't that a conflict of interest?
No.
No?
No, I'm assuming they just go, hey, you want more work? We'll subsidize, we'll pay. Here's a contract. It's like, okay.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, they're trying to sell games too, but at the same time, they're probably like, well, this is not coming out anytime near our game, so we'll help you.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. A couple other things are just more pointless stuff on here, like just take a grain of salt shit on here, nothing crazy.
Mm,
Apparently potential remastered or remade Gears collection being
well,
tested. So
be
maybe we
fun.
might see something like that. I know we haven't seen anything from Gears of War, so maybe a collection might hold people over. Let's see. Somebody's apparently leaking a bunch of Suicide Squad stuff with like, apparently it's going to be a big post-launch DLC stuff's going to come out for it.
So, what's weird about this is some guy was leaking stuff, and then Rocksteady was like, you're making shit up. The guy was like, oh, he was leaking story stuff, and Rocksteady was
Yeah,
like, that's not true. But
I
like
think I saw that story.
yeah, then there's like alpha test people who like well, Rocksteady opened it up and they're like, it's not a closed alpha anymore. You could talk about it.
Rocksteady needs positive PR on this game. That's the problem.
I mean, positive PR did come after that closed alpha where they're like, story's great,
Yeah,
combat's
yeah,
whatever, but like it was
yeah.
more positive than it was. I'm not saying it was actually positive, but
No, it was better than what it was before because
yeah.
all we were getting before was I played this game for an hour and I hate it.
Yeah, I played it and my expectations for it are worse.
Yeah. Yep, yep,
So,
yep. We'll see. Like we already have our requirements for it, and as long as they hit those requirements, we'll be getting it day one. If they
yeah.
don't, we'll be waiting on it.
Yeah, we'll see.
For the chat, I think our expectation was we have two different scoring methods for it. If it scores higher than a 65 for Open Critic review,
Uh-huh.
uh, and scores higher than a 55 recommended
Yep.
by critics review, we will get the game. If it scores lower than those two numbers, we will wait on the game.
Yeah, because there's games that come out that are like, yeah, this is a 68, but also critics recommend 29%.
And
It's
this
like,
game might
hey,
come
they
out
gave
with
it a
it's a
mostly positive
75,
review because
but
it
critics recommend
works.
it like 98%. They're like, it's a great game, play it.
Oh
This is
yeah,
kind of meh, but it's really good.
that's what I like about Open Critic. They have that critics recommend because it'll be like, hey, this is what we gave the score, but should you play it? Yes or no? And your yes is right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We're really holding it with Gotham Knights as a comparison, just to say like this is the score
Hmm.
Gotham Knights got. This is the recommendation for that.
I think that one has
Uh,
29% critics recommend.
yeah, so it's not. I mean, yeah, that's a yeah. We're
And that's like a 68, I think, on Open
I
Critic.
think I think our hopes is just it's not worse than Gotham Knights.
Yeah, I don't think it can be.
I am inclined to agree with you.
Because the story of Gotham Knights, I didn't care for at all. The story
Yeah.
of this, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, sounds somewhat pretty good. And then the world, I'm assuming I'm going to like. Also, it's not dark and like when you're on a motorcycle, you're not going 2 miles an hour. Fucking, what the fuck's up? What was up with that?
Bro, I didn't get the motorcycle. I was like, I can't do this. I
I don't know,
punched one
man.
person. I was like, there's
What a
no
weird
place I'm gonna
fucking
punch this.
trash game that was.
Yeah, yeah. We we're gonna get Xbox Direct, and we're still waiting on Nintendo Direct and a Sony State of Play, which rumors for that is still coming. Hopefully, next month. We'll see how that goes.
Reviews for Part 2 Remastered.
I've seen positive things.
Yeah, it's like the same score as the original.
Yep, yep.
And they're
That's
like,
good
it's
though.
literally the 2020 masterpiece, but it has a roguelike element. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Definitely good.
good, pretty good.
Definitely good.
Can't wait.
Oh man.
Might be good.
Yeah, I would think so.
Helldivers 2 got a new trailer.
Yep, that's gonna be one I'm probably getting day one with Daddy. I don't know, we'll end up playing the finals obviously, but we we're definitely gonna switch over to Helldivers too as well. So that'll be fun. What else we got? What else? Anything else?
You got
Nope, I
anything
don't
to talk
think
about,
so.
Destinoto?
um, I mean, who's really a Metroid fan anymore, right?
No, nobody.
Who's really a Metroid fan anymore?
Based on the sales, I would say about 3 million or less.
Yeah, then just cut that in half and then, cut it in half a few more times and you'll find the real number.
Yeah.
There was I don't know how, I mean, the person who I watched, so there's a video from S SMD64, one
Simd.
YouTuber who does,
Simd.
Suck
yeah,
my
he
dick.
does
Ooh.
Switch, he does Switch news and Metroid news, and he does Metroid Prime playthroughs, Metroid other Metroid game playthroughs. He made a news video today, basically saying that apparently there was a closed doors demo that was being played for a while by QA testers and provided like all the evidence, like showing the specific like tester person who actually had it under his I don't know if it was a LinkedIn profile or some other website's profile that shows like all the games he's been QA testing on and I guess doing like helping with development for. This person had Metroid Prime 4 under that list of games that he's done work for or work with, and that's a pretty good sign that we're getting close to hopefully something being revealed because the new Switch seems to be right around the corner, probably holiday this year. Um, and What else did you say? There's oh, the Retro Studios also partnered with this company that does basically does like a marketing campaign for games, and they make really high quality trailers for new games that get announced. Um, and the company's name was Next Gen Visuals or Next
Uh,
Gen something. Next Gen Production or something like that. Um,
Next gen, as in the Switch 3.
uh,
We're skipping over to 2, guys. We're getting the 3, and you'll get Metro Prime 4 on that one. God,
Next
Destination goes
Gen
a fucking
Marketing
riot over there. He'd
something.
start burning Nintendo's buildings down.
No, that's not it. I don't know. It was Next Gen something. I'd have to look at the video again. And they basically make like really high quality trailers for new games that get announced. And Retro Studios was named recently as one of their most recent partners with that. So it seems that they're getting ready to start out a whole marketing campaign for this game. Maybe not so soon, but hopefully they announce a word at the next direct about this game, or even the supposed rumored Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remasters, or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Um, it would be great if those two came out as like a combo, even if they sold them separately, I'd still fucking buy it. Um, but yeah, that's the most recent Metroid Prime 4 update. I think that's mostly I think it's the main points that he had in the video, that they're like the QA testing should be close to done by now, and they're getting ready to market the game based on the company showing Retro Studios there as a partner. And it's the game that they've been working on for about 5 years uh, 5 years at this point. I think it's 5 years
So
because
this
the
guy's been
original
uploading
announcement.
Metroid Prime 4 demo updates since for the last 3 years.
Yeah, this does
So
seem
odds are
somewhat
he's going to be ready eventually.
substantial,
But he does seem to do quite a bit of research. Because I
Yeah,
was
that's
looking
what
through
I
some of his
was.
shit, and he was like commenting on things that were clearly rumors, and he's like, "These are clearly rumors," and then he was talking about
Yeah,
like, "Hey, there's industry analysts are predicting this, which is like the obvious thing to predict, but Nintendo does Nintendo things, so
yeah,
like he seems got a level head. So I hope it's true for you.
yeah. And the other weird thing is nobody else really reported on it. He even said it himself in the video that he could not find anyone else who came up with this this news that he uncovered. And if he didn't show all like the screenshots and the links to the pages and all this stuff, it would, pretty much just be like him spewing out bullshit or whatever, but he did have evidence to back up most of what he said in the video, so hopefully the uh the whole thing is true. He also talked about the one rumor going around that the game was already done and that they were just waiting on cutscenes to be finished or something. Um, I think he brought up some tweets somebody said about that too, one of the devs from the game. Um, So I mean, I'm pretty much convinced the game is done. Nintendo's just being a fucking bunch of cocksuckers and slowly waiting to shit this out.
The
Because
fact that
that's
we'll
kind of what
probably
they
hear
do.
that we'll probably hear the remaster happen before they even give us the first trailer for this game is stupid as well. They'll probably end up
Yeah,
giving us the remaster for all this, and like, oh, by the way, 2 months to I don't know, 5, 6 months later after the the remaster comes out, hey, we got the first trailer for the game for you. Here's Metroid Prime 4, and it's like a 10-second teaser.
Yeah, I'm optimistically thinking we have to see something about the game within the next 6 months. If not this first direct that's rumored to happen like in the next month or so.
God, I would hope so.
And yeah, it'd be oh god, I said this last year too. It'd be like the perfect window to put Prime 2. A few months later, you drop Prime 3 because those are probably done too. And by holiday season, with the new hardware, just drop Prime 4. Make it a cross-gen game if anything. Um, or not, whatever the fuck they want to do. But yeah, it seems like, as far as what he said in the video, it seems substantial enough
Yeah.
for me to have the tiniest drop of hope in the world.
Hey guys, we made Metroid Prime 4, but we accidentally made it for the Nintendo Wii. So.
Well, it was originally supposed to come out. What was it supposed to come out for?
When Genesis had no kids.
Yeah. That's a ways back.
Yeah.
And it's a ways back.
Yeah.
Let's just go over the timelines. Announced in E3 2017 with just a logo and the tantalizing soundtrack of the game in the background with me screaming my lungs out.
Came out that teaser came out the same year Horizon launched.
Yeah, it certainly tells a lot. 2 years later, January 2019, the development restarted under Retro Studios. So essentially a blank slate. They most likely wouldn't use any assets, so that it's 5 years now. It's been 5 fucking years since that happened. That's ample time to make the full game. And
God of War and God of War Ragnarok came out, and then God of War Ragnarok Valhalla came out.
Yeah.
In this time period.
Yep.
Cyberpunk 2077 came out.
And is updated and now good.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Part 2 has come out since this game. God damn it.
GTA 6 might come out before this.
Shit.
We can also look at the timeline of hiring people. They've been hiring people for, following that announcement in 2019, they've been hiring people for like probably 2 or 3 years. So at this point, they also have a decent staff of people who have been constantly working on this game. And they most likely want to basically get rid of any backlash they had with the horrible conditions that Retro had to go through while making Prime 2 and then Prime 3. It was like the slimmest timeline between 1 and 2, and then I think 3 was probably not that much better. But that was like the general thing for a lot of companies.
Yeah.
Still is for some. So, yeah, it seems like with this one they just want to get it right, and that's great and all, but the biggest issue is that they have not given an update in 5 years.
Yeah, that's what we always complain about. Just communicate with us. We don't care if you're like it's coming out in 2032. Tell us.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Just say something.
Hey guys, we're still working on it. This is where we're at. Get excited. See you later.
If only companies understood that, man. If only the video game.
You could even just show the fucking logo again. I don't give a shit.
The thing is, companies do. They do understand that because they have to promote. They have to do things like that because it also gets people interested in applying for the studio to work on those games.
Yeah.
But they just don't do it. And then when they show it off, they think they have to put an exact release date on it. So then they'll do that, but then their stocks will shoot up, and then they fucking delay it, and then it drops a little bit, but then when they announce the new release date, it goes, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So like they're rewarded for being like dishonest, which sucks. But at the same time, just be like, hey, Metroid Prime 4, still working on it. We'll update you. I don't know. Later in the year, see ya.
Just something. The only
We redesigned the 4. It now looks like a 5 because we skipped 4 and now we're at 5. Ooh.
the only semblance of an update that we can even say is the fact that they put out the remastered Prime game as like a, hey guys, here's something to hold you off until this game comes out.
Hey guys, we're still working
But
on
then
it, but also here.
they didn't even do Prime 2 and 3 yet. So
2 and
they
3 are
like
coming,
killed
but
all
also
that
like
fucking momentum.
yeah,
They
2 and 3.
dread, remastered, and nothing.
2 and 3 are coming.
I'm sure they're done. I'm sure these 3 games are done and sitting there.
They're coming. We're gonna take a nap first,
And
though.
they're
Then we'll
they're
send them
just
out.
waiting for some fucking magical fucking angel to come down from the sky and suck their cocks a few times.
Meanwhile, Insomniac's like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, all the DLC. Ratchet and Clank, all the other Spider-Man. Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Just churning out quality.
And you get interviews with that studio, and they're like, yeah, we get vacation days, 364 days of the year. So we just all come together one day of the year. And we take a nap.
Make games.
It's like, what? It can't be. Does anybody watch that Last of Us documentary that's coming?
I didn't. Grounded 2 or something like that.
Yeah, it's
They
coming.
put a trailer.
Yeah, it launches the same day as the game.
Oh. I think they're also planning to put it on the disc or something.
That's weird.
From
I thought
I
it would
think
just
it
be
was
uploaded
Digital
to
Foundry's
YouTube.
video. Yeah. I think they were just planning to patch it into the game or something later on.
Because I liked the first one,
the
and then I also
episode.
liked Raising Kratos, the God of War one. That one's fucking great. I should rewatch that.
The documentaries are really good.
Yeah. God, Raising Kratos is so good. But, yeah, I'll probably watch that.
You're gonna get Foam Stars a try when it comes on Plus?
No.
No.
Nah.
What? Hey, you told me you play a couple of games with me. How much? But a couple.
Well, you asked me earlier, so I'm just answering a different way because you're asking me again.
I mean, I was also asking Desnoto, but
He was in the chat. He purposely didn't answer.
You son of a bitch.
I thought he did answer actually.
I don't know if he did.
Cool.
You.
Oh, I did not answer.
Okay, see? Yeah, no, he purposely didn't answer.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, I'll go a couple rounds, see if it's any better. See if it's any harder, you know what I mean?
I suppose I'll do the same.
Because I was alright at it.
Bitch. Yeah,
Remember the 4 games we played and I was MVP twice? Remember that? Good times.
Yes, I remember. You were really good.
They always called me Adam Foamy. I was like, that's weird. That's a weird nickname.
Jeez. All right. We got anything else we want to talk about?
Not really. There's not really much going on.
Yeah,
a lot of layoffs still happening.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
See that Citigroup wants to lay off a bunch of people?
Yeah, they I think they already did. That's happened. I'm still employed.
That's good. That's
So,
good.
yeah, it seems like, well, I believe my department in particular is more like they need everyone there. I honestly, I can't even speak for my department. I know my team, we didn't lose anybody. Um, my team's relatively small, so um, yeah, I think we're safe.
Yeah, because they put out a statement or something. There's articles like a
Yeah,
week ago where it's like they want to cut 20,000 jobs by like 2025 or 26 or whatever.
yeah,
But it's more like a restructuring thing.
yeah. That also happened. My a lot of the titles got like shifted around and
Yeah.
changed and swapped. So
Banks do that every 10 years.
yeah,
And they go, oh, well, we don't want to die a dinosaur. We got to evolve with the ever changing market and the consumer spending.
yeah.
It's like, what are you even saying? Do you even know?
They don't know. They're just saying
What
shit.
that means is we put too much money in some other departments because we thought Bitcoin was going to be bigger. So we're going to reduce those. And I guess people still want to buy houses and shit. So we'll go back into that.
Well, the other thing is they hired so many fucking people. I can't even tell you. It was just when I started, even before I started, it was just every single floor meeting we'd have like 50 to I don't know how many new people. Like and they're like, "Oh, tell your friends, tell your um not immediate family, anybody else who's not your
Every
immediate family, tell them."
every every fucking job did that for 2 years, where they're like,
Yeah,
"Hey
now
guys, we need everybody because we gotta we there's so much demand."
and
And
they
then
only just stopped like in the last maybe like last year, I'd say.
yeah, then they're like, "Hey
And then
guys,
they
we
had like a
hired
whole hiring
3
freeze.
million people too many. So we're gonna go ahead and execute them in the back every lunch break." So, because my job was
Yeah.
like, "Hey guys, if you know anybody, let them know to apply. Hurry up, hurry up." And then they were like, "Hiring freeze. We're not hiring anymore." It's like, what? What happened?
Yeah.
Yesterday you had 16 unfilled positions, and today you have none.
And they
I
hired
mean,
so many they couldn't fit everybody in the floor because there was not
yeah,
enough desks.
yeah. So then they're
Okay,
like, "Oh,
guys.
if you know anybody who lives out of state, preferably in the states of Michigan, Ohio." It's like, I don't fucking know anybody in Michigan or Ohio. I mean, I actually do know people in Michigan and Ohio. Those were bad examples. But like, what the hell?
Why would I want to bring them here?
Yeah. Well, it's because those states pay less in taxes than New York, so it'd actually be cheaper to retain those people as employees. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Plan your business better. You're so stupid.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised how long we went without having to let people go, and now it's happened finally.
And they'll
Not
lay off a
same rate,
bunch,
but
and
the
then
same
they'll be
thing. But
like, "Hey, tell your friends and family members to apply." It's like they were here 3 months ago, but then you
yeah.
shot them in the neck.
Shot them in the neck. Good lord.
So I don't think they want to come back. Sorry. There will be a company eventually that somebody ever like everyone's worked at.
Uh,
Eventually, there
I
will
don't
be
know.
a company so large where everybody's worked at, and then they'll be like, "There's nobody to apply because everybody's already worked there, and they've been
I don't
fired."
know
Or
what that company would be,
Maybe
but
Target.
Walmart or
Yeah,
Amazon.
Walmart, Target, Amazon. Pretty large enough.
Be like, "Now, why do you want to work at Walmart? I see you worked at Walmart in 2005, 2013, 2018, 2000." Like, it's gonna happen. Can't wait. So if you want to do that, sponsor us, I guess.
Walmart sponsor.
Hey guys, you got the expect more, pay less. Is that what it is still?
You guys should subscribe to Walmart Plus. First person to get a subscription gets a kiss from Adam.
What?
Oh.
You get gifts from me?
Yeah, kiss from you.
Oh, a kiss. Okay. Interesting. Oh, it's cheaper than a platinum trophy, so I guess I'll do that.
It's real wet and instant.
Did you see Dustin Otis platinum trophy that you were very
did.
surprised that I got him?
I saw
That
it.
you
and I
never
was like,
saw
wow,
coming?
That looks beautiful.
Mhm.
It has his name on it and the year.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Proudly displayed on my bookcase of games, books, and other miscellaneous things.
Games,
Games,
books,
books,
and
and
other
titties.
miscellaneous things. You could have just said miscellaneous things.
No, just games, books, and titties. That's it.
Games,
Well, it's
books, and
mostly
why are titties there?
and movies actually.
Games, books, other miscellaneous things, and titties and movies.
There you go. He didn't even argue
Yeah.
the titties part. He knows that's there.
No titties in this photo. I double checked. Might be a Neo controller. And then
Yeah, that was just the
a little
one. That was the
girl
middle
with a
shelf.
sword or something. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
That's Saber Alter.
You saying
Piece
that
of
like I
cake.
know. And then
and there's a sealed copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy.
and then it also looks like a box that would been blacked out, so we can't see what the hell it is in between Dead Space and.
Oh, that's
Fuck that
Stray.
is.
It just has the slipcover on it.
What's next to it on the left?
Uh,
Oh, Need for Speed Underground?
Unbound.
Unbound, that's it, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
What is the order of this? Now that I'm looking at this is a nightmare.
Well, to the left of Lost Judgment are all the like Souls games / Returnal.
Okay.
Because I don't know, Return is like the roguelike thing, so I just put it at the end here with the other with Souls games, and then on the bottom there's like the line of Resident Evil games. Some of them are covered by Metroid Prime Trilogy. And then other survival, and then shooters all the way to the left, which are also blocked out. And to the right, some more survival horror, Evil Within. There's a copy of Dreams. There's a copy of MGS5
Ooh.
Phantom Pain. There's a copy of the DMC HD collection.
Love me a
Signalis.
Dreams.
Then there's
What's Mary?
Yeah, then there's
in front of the
where's
controller.
that? Oh, Mary Skelter Finale or Final. That's like a trilogy of like dungeon crawler games that I just decided to buy the third game of. And then there's Ghost Songs, Armored Core, Scarlet Nexus, and Lords of the Fallen.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
lore is. Cool. Okay, well, I hate the order of this.
I hate the order of this. I just don't want it.
Well, he's like
They're
Dark
not,
Souls,
like organized.
the FromSoft games are on the left, but then Elden Ring's all the way on the right. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that's because it's a PS5 game.
Yeah,
so.
nah, I dislike it. I dislike it. You couldn't put it next to Returnal. So is Demon Souls. That's a PS5 game.
Yeah, and Demon Souls starts the PS5 line.
It's like alphabetical order, but not. I hate it.
Yeah, it's not.
It starts the PS5 line, but then Returnal's fucking right there. So why wouldn't you put Elden Ring next to Returnal? I don't know, man. I don't know.
It also comes in like the order I got the games too, somewhat
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, still hate it, but yeah, you do you,
to the
man.
right.
You do you.
Well, now that we have that discussion done, I suppose I'm going to sign us off for tonight. So I appreciate anybody coming in for a crafting and chat tonight. We'll be back on next Tuesday talking about the Xbox Direct. Daddy will be back talking about the shit that he always talks about. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. You can catch us on twitch.tv/crafting and chat or youtube.com/starting too late with two R's. Good luck to anybody who's getting hit with this winter storm again, and be safe out there, folks. It is cold. Take care, everybody. Have a nice night. Bye
Brr.
bye.
Still not snowing. Still not snowing.